What an entrance. What a freaking entrance. Welcome, everybody, to the first live stream of 2022. It's good to be here. It's good to see all of your beautiful, shining keyboard strokes as they come in through the chat. And I'm excited. I'm excited to get this one going. We've got a pretty well-packed show coming up. We're going to be covering, let me get my notes. We're going to be covering war stories. First of all, some cybersecurity news that is very important and I thought relevant to bring up. I promise you, no more Log4j. I won't mention it this time. We're going to do some life lessons, and this time we're doing it a little bit differently. So it should be fun. And then at the end, the very, very end, I'm going to do a Q&A session where you guys ask questions, I answer them, and then we wrap it up there. How does that sound? Does it sound good? Fantastic. So, welcome everybody who's new to this. There's been a few subscribers since the last year of YouTubing and stuff. I've got this live streaming on both YouTube and Twitch this time. I'm multi-streaming. Look at me go. I'm multi-streaming. If you want to chat in this thing, you have to actually be a subscriber. So I didn't make it members only because, I mean, that would just be like two people talking. So that wouldn't be fun. But as a subscriber, I think, it's free to subscribe. So just click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Smash like, because this is going to be a fun show. And for the future of these shows, I actually plan on taking these to be actually like a podcast. So I'm going to put them up on Spotify after they've been done on YouTube. Then I'll pull it off YouTube, but it'll still be on YouTube, and then make it a Spotify thing, so that you can always jump back in there and hang out. And yeah, all right, let's go over to the first segment of this this live stream, which is, excuse me, war stories. God, I love this music. How good is it? Am I blasting your ears? Are you guys deaf yet? Fantastic. All right, that is the war stories intro. Let's push it over to here. The war story this week, and let me know, by the way, if the music is too loud or if I'm too loud or anything like that. I do want to, make this good. So, the first war story, and the only war story for this one, is from Komodo himself. He said, this story is not mine, but I thought I'd share it anyway since it's so great. It is a fantastic story. So, let's have a look here. Dude, I have a story to tell. I've been laughing so hard. I found a repo for a guy that works at the Dutch Tax Authority, which has some CI scripting relating to their app development environment that cloned a repository from his private GitLab. Thankfully, no production data. So that's good at least, but it gets crazy. So stick around for the rest of this. Anyway, it has username and passwords in the URL. So I followed that and boom, I see hard-coded passwords everywhere. I cloned 3 of his repos, then started writing my report. Typed up that I found his GitLab user, and then I did a search for password in his GitLab repo to grab a screenshot for the email. Boom! In my face, Azure admin login credentials. Scary, right? So I paused writing the email, screenshot that, and opened another incognito tab on the other monitor. Plug it in, boom! There were valid credentials. This guy loves the boom, I love it. But there was MFA. So he was like, well, F-bomb. I won't drop any F-bombs on this channel. You have to go to my other channel to get all the swear words. So grabbed another screenshot and started typing the rest of the email. And the other guy who's receiving these messages is like, this is unexcusable. What exactly why you don't put the freaking creds in Git. Exactly. Anyway, we're not there yet. I was typing on the left monitor, laptop in the middle, browser with MFA prompt was on the right monitor. And then I see the screen jump from the corner of my eye. And I was like, what the F? No, he didn't. Office loading screen. Oh crap, he did. Wrong screen. He did it. He actually logged, he allowed the MFA in. So he saw the credential thing pop up on his phone with Microsoft Authenticator and was like, yep, okay, whatevs. Clicked accept. This guy, unknown to this person whose account is about to be logged in as. So anyway, this moron confirmed the MFA. Yes. And it's Azure admin account. Holy snapping duck shit, Batman. That is out of control. And yes, it gets even better. Hold on. Okay, all right, that's better. So I freak out. Let's go down a bit. This goes for a little while. I close this tab, and his friend says, "No, leave it open. You got it now. You're already authenticated." Like, WTF? I don't even know what. I don't even want to be there. The tax authority can ruin your life and mess you up if they feel like it. I have my evidence, send out this email and forward it to 3 other security operations addresses I find on their site with urgent in the title. So then comes waiting, and I have some time to dig through the repos I downloaded. Turns out it's a ton of stuff. Configs for his internal home servers mixed with I don't know what that is, stuff, screenshots of setting up his Mac Mini, including the telephone number he used for multi-factor authentication on his personal iCloud account that I've also seen him refer to in other source code. Ridiculous. Anyway, so I saved that to my phone contact list with his name to see if he's on WhatsApp. He's not. Bugger. All good. Time to eat anyway. All right. This one. So I ate, did some other things. It's around 9 p.m. before I get back behind the laptop again. About 4 hours since the disclosure, and I'm like, WTF is taking so long. So I decided to call him. Been on the line with him for 45 minutes and helped him clean up and lock down all of this. He was shaking because he just got phoned by the Security Operations Center about the report. He couldn't even think straight. And one more detail. The reason I decided to phone him was because I found a private and public key and known host file in one of the directories. It just gets worse. It progressively gets crazier, this story. It's like, oh my god. Anyway, and that key was authorized on other machines. Of course it was. Every freaking thing in the book that he could do wrong, he did wrong. So fast forward to the end of the phone call. Well, I've jokingly told him he's probably not going to get a raise, but I feel sorry for him. He thanks him a million times more for my help. 5 minutes later, I get a call from the SOC lead. We've had an employee clean the stuff and rotate his keys and fix the immediate problem. Thanks for your report, etc. Blah, blah, blah. I couldn't resist. I replied, yeah, I know. I just helped him do it. 30 seconds later, I receive a one-line email. Can I call you? These guys are absolutely flipping out. If you guys want to read the story, by the way, jump onto my Discord. It's discord.gg/dccybersec. All right, because for real, if you can set up all of this, you have the skills. So, super humble guy. He said he'd start following me on Twitter and has seen the light of what he's done wrong, blah, 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 blah. Hadn't slept for 2 days. I feel sorry for the guy, but he totally deserved it. I mean, he kind of did, but still pretty harsh. But he's taken it like a man, so props for that. Yeah, absolutely. Props for taking it like a boss. That's good. Anyway, the fact that he owned it, absolutely, you're right. If he can set that all up himself, he's certainly got a skill set. OPSEC, probably not one of them. This concludes my TED Talk. What do you think of that? What an absolutely ridiculous story. I couldn't believe it. It's, oh my God. Oh, anyway. So that's the war story. That's it. That's what I've got for this one. The next section that we're going to get into, and I want to power through these because I do have a lot of work to do, and I just sold my car today, so I have to get a roadworthy certificate tomorrow. Early morning, I've got to take it to the mechanic. So I'm gonna power through this, guys. I'm gonna get through these. All right. The next section that we're going through is, of course, CyberSec news. All right. Thanks, Streamlabs, for dropping my my thing. All right, let's go back over here. The first news story of the day that I thought was kind of funny but also useful is SonicWall Y2k Bug hits email security firewall products. This is from bleepingcomputer.com. Note down that link at the top if you want it. I'll probably put it in the description as well. SonicWall has confirmed today that some of its email security and firewall products have been hit by the Y2k bug, causing message log updates and junk box failures starting with January 1st, 2022. Fantastic. The company says email users and administrators will no longer be able to access the junk box or unjunk newly received emails on affected systems. They will also no longer be able to trace incoming/outgoing emails using the message logs because they are no longer updated. Now, this same thing happened a long time ago, right? If you guys were around or alive for the Y2k, the original one of these, the Y2k bug, people lost their shit. And I don't mean like just a little bit, like people went full D-Day, started building bunkers and stuff, saying that the world was going to end and yada yada. So when I saw the title of this article, I was like, oh my god, not this rubbish again. Yeah, pretty similar. I'll keep reading through here. The same bug hit Microsoft and Honda, which is funny and also scary at the same time. Even though SonicWall did not explain what is causing the Y2k bug in its products, they are not the only company hit by the issue. Starting with January 1st, Honda and Acura car owners began reporting that their car navigation system clocks would automatically get knocked back 20 years to 2002. The reports say that the Y2k bug impacts almost all older car models, including Honda, Pilot, Odyssey, CR-V, Ridgeline, yada, all of them. Basically, all of them. Microsoft was also hit by the same bug, with Microsoft Exchange on-premise servers stopping email delivery starting January 1st, 2022 due to the Y2k bug's impact on the FIP-FS anti-malware scanning engine, which would crash when scanning messages. Now, I actually had a look through some of the tickets that were coming through at the place I work in. Just wanted to see if this was actually impacting any of their clients. And there was one. There was one that had that problem come about. Someone fixed it. There's a patch that has been released, apparently. I don't know if it says... Redmond released a temporary fix on January 5th. Yeah. So these people, they were freaking out for a few days, but it all came about and started fixing itself up after that, which was top news, top stuff. All right, next news article. The NHS, of course it's the NHS, it's always the NHS, warns of attackers targeting Log4j flaws in VMware Horizon. Now, I know I said no more Log4j news, but this one it's a little bit scary. So I'll just go through it quickly. There is a little bit of stuff in here. So the UK's National Health Service, also known as the NHS Digital, has issued an advisory warning of attackers actively targeting Log4j vulnerability in VMware Horizon service to establish persistence. Officials say the threat group is unknown. The observed attack target the Log4j vulnerability in the Apache Tomcat service, which is embedded within VMware Horizon. Now, the thing why I wanted to mention this one is because with Log4j, basically, it happened, right? It happened last year. Everyone flipped out, lost their mind, and now it's basically a scannable object. So people know the vulnerability exists, and they would just spray and pray. And I would take a wild guess that it's just some random who's probably doing some bug bounties or something, just spraying domains to see if Log4j is out there, and they're like, yep, there we go, to try and pick up any sort of bounty, even though it's potentially not even in scope or yeah, whatever. But anyway, it's something worth mentioning, and I thought I'd bring up this article just to prove that Log4j is still occurring. It's probably going to keep occurring, but I promise you, this will be the last Log4j news, hopefully, that I go through in at least the next couple of months. Next story. Cyber attack hits data of 80k fertility patients. That's a lovely picture of a pregnant lady there. Fertility Centers of Illinois security measures protected electronic medical records, but the attackers still got at extremely intimate data in admin files. Kind of gross. Not gross, maybe like scary is the right sort of word. But anyway, protected health information of nearly 80,000 patients of fertility centers of Illinois may have been poured over by cyber intruders following a cyber attack. FCI runs for clinics across Illinois, according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services Office for Civil Rights data breach site. The branch reported on December 27th affected 79,943 people exactly. FCI's data breach notice said that the healthcare organization first detected suspicious activity on its internal systems on February 1st, 2021. A subsequent investigation indicated that security systems had blocked attackers from accessing patient EMR, also known as electronic medical record systems. However, the intruders managed to access administrative files and folders. Now, this article is quite in-depth. So I'm going to copy pasta this one into the chat so you guys can. Did I do something wrong here? Was it? No, I just copied the D. There we go. Just the D. All right, there we go. So if you guys want to read over that one, it's a pretty. I left the CyberSec news thing on. But that is the end of the CyberSec news. If you guys want to read through the rest of that article, feel free, please do it. I highly encourage you to have a look and go through what's going on there. And yeah, it's kind of scary to see that sort of information is available and potentially being thrown out on the dark web or sold to whoever really wants that sort of information because it's quite intimate information there, right? It's bad to have that sort of stuff just out there in the open. So yeah, I mean, yeah. Anyway, not good. Not good is the thing there. All right, we're on to the third section of this before we get into the Q&A section. So if you guys have a question, load it up now. Get it ready in the chat. I want to see the chat slapping. That's what I want to see. Slapping chat. Let's get into life lessons. All right, I added some smoke for the effect on that one. All right, life lessons this time is going to be about you. It's not going to be about me or my version of life lessons like I would normally do. In these life lessons, what I want to do is ask you guys, what are your goals for 2022? The reason I want to ask this is because in each of these live streams, I'm going to be holding you accountable. So if you have any goals for this year, any goals, it can be cybersecurity, it can be I want to learn a new language like Italian or Spanish or German or whatever, or Russian, I don't know, whatever it is. I want to see what your goals are in the chat so that I'm going to get the mods who are looking at this. I want them to take these these entries that you guys put in, and I'm going to keep you accountable. So I'm going to read through them after the live stream, and then I'm going to be on the next live stream reading through the goals. And if you guys are in here to join that live stream, I'm going to be catching up with you to see if you are achieving those goals and if there's anything that the community of, the cybersecurity community can do to help you achieve those goals and push on forwards with your goals and progress. Progress is the word I'm looking for here. I want to see progress. So one way to get progress is to have accountability. Throw your goals in the chat, and we're going to, like I said, read them on the next live stream. Now, there's one thing. While I'm waiting for those things to come in here, I'm going to be jumping over to this screen only because I want to hear the music. Oh yes. Yes, it is sexy saxophone time. Welcome to my desk. I've changed my desk mat. You might have noticed. Last time I had a cork mat, which is over that way, somewhere in that direction. And I got this this mat here from Mr. Bjorn, who's a moderator in the chat, who's helping moderate the chat and keeping things going. Some things worth mentioning. There's the Get Lube sticker. If you guys don't have a Get Lube sticker, get a Get Lube sticker. Some other cool stuff that's on my desk this week is these little Nike shoes. Now, these bad boys were actually in my car, but I took them out of my car because like I said before at the start, I've sold my car today, so I just need to get the roadworthy thingy done. I've got a bunch of chips from the casino that I haven't spent yet, and what else is on my desk? I mean, there's the anonymous mask, there's a sick little fan, there's a tech deck. I mean, my desk is just absolutely full of junk. Something cool worth mentioning that's also from Bjorn is this sweet 3D printed Skeletor. Does that blow your mind? I mean, look how freaking detailed this thing is. Let me get a close-up on this sucker. Damn! I might have to paint it, I reckon. I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, that's what's on my desk this week. I have some other stuff back here, but you've all already seen it. There's the Raspberry Pi build thingy, which I'm hoping to get going at some point. There's my keyboard and all sorts of stuff. I've got a candle going, which is nice. It brings the mood, and it definitely gets this. It definitely adds a little bit of drip to the music. Anyway, that's the wrong screen. We're off to a good start. You know when you just come back from a holiday and you've like completely forgot how to do your job? Welcome to my live stream. Although this isn't my job, this is my hobby. All right, we're gonna get on to finally the last section of this video, which is power round questions. All right, now the mods haven't updated the screen thingy at the top there, which is fine. But when they do, some of your questions will be loading through, and hopefully I'll be able to see what is going on there. So I'm just going to turn down the music a touch so that I can hear what's going on. And let me find my stream thingy so I can see what questions are being asked. All right, there's no questions yet. If you guys have any questions that you want answered, please do ask those questions now, because this is when I'm going to be answering them. In the meantime, I'm gonna spam you guys with some stuff. If you haven't already, check out my other YouTube channel. I just resurrected my other YouTube channel. It used to be called DC After Dark. Now it's just called After Dark. And basically what I've done, as I explained in my last YouTube video, the 2022 goals one, is that I'm split out my channel. So this one is just cybersecurity tech, cybersecurity stuff, right? After Dark is everything else. So all the vlogs and me just talking and you know, just basically talking shit. That's basically where I'm at with that channel. And yeah, so there's no questions coming in. It looks like I might have to do this myself, which is fine. I'll just copy paste some of this stuff. All right. The first question is from Rymac, and the question is, what's the difference between Network Plus and CCNA? I would say the main difference between the Network Plus and the CCNA is that the CCNA is more accepted in the industry. Now, that's not to say that the Network Plus is not a good certification to get. It's just not as industry recognized, which is perfectly fine. But yeah, it still has good content. I've done both the CCNA, the CCNP, and the Network Plus, and I found the Network Plus to be like somewhere just before the CCNA, I think. That was a long time ago though, so I'm sure the course content and the certification has changed since then. But yeah, that's my hot take on the CCNA versus the Network Plus. The next question is from, I'm just going to split this out so you guys can actually see what is going on my screen. There we go. All right. This is from Edgar Sandoval. I think I've seen you in these live streams before, so good to have you here, man. I just got the Security Plus cert. Congrats. I'm close to get my bachelor degree in cybersecurity. Fantastic. And I have experience. Even better. At compliance. Do you think that I can achieve an entry-level job as an analyst or an engineer? Yes, absolutely, as either or an analyst or an engineer. I would be focusing, if you're looking at certifications to get next, which you might be, the CYSA Plus from CompTIA would be my go-to one there. But I would honestly, I'd start applying with what you have. You just need to really focus on some of the projects that you've done at home, and hopefully you have done some projects on the side or even projects that you did in your degree to really push your application as someone who's very focused on cybersecurity. Depending on what country you're in, I would probably start with government jobs. I was looking just yesterday at different jobs on LinkedIn, Seek, and Indeed, and the government analyst, like security analyst jobs within different governments of the world are popping off right now. They are going absolutely nuts. So if that interests you, that would be the one that I would apply for. Now I'm just going to grab a bunch of another question. I hope I'm not skipping any here because the chat's going pretty quickly. So the next question is from Ativa Fox. Can your merchandise ship to APO AE? AE is Arab Emirates, right? I think so. I'm pretty sure it ships anywhere in the world. It comes straight from Teespring. So if that interests you, yeah, the one that's pinned is literally this pillow. So if you like this pillow, I mean, I love this pillow. It's super comfy. If you like the pillow, that's that. The hoodie, the big logo hoodie, I can speak English, is literally this one that I'm wearing. Check it out. How cool is it? Isn't this? It's super comfy as well, just by the way. Anyway, the next question is from Hashit Bajaj. I hope I said your name right, man. I'm sorry if I didn't. He says, how do we make connection on LinkedIn? Go to LinkedIn, type in David Lee, and you will find me. It's also linked in the description of these things. Next question is from Captain Crunch V1. What keyboard do you use? I'm glad you asked because I just wanted to hear this sound again. I use a GK64S, which has been heavily modified. So the keyboard has all of my stickers on it, basically, as well as the Bugcrowd duplicate one, which I think is kind of cool. It's got an old telephone cable for it. The keycaps are just blacked out keycaps. They do have letters on them. They're just really faint because it's like matte black against shiny gloss black. And the keycap, the special one, is a Gengar keycap. I thought Gengar was kind of cool. It matches the purple theme. The switches are Boba M4T switches. Oh my god. It's that sound again. Alright. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. Next question is from Amit Duendi, and the question is, any cloud platform where we can launch VM labs for free? Yes. I mean, you can, well, sort of. You can use the free credit on Google Cloud and AWS and do that, but it does run out. So apart from that, not really. You can run VMs on your own system though. So if that's an option, I would probably go with that. Next question is from Wag something, lots of letters. CTFs for beginners. I've actually done this before. Let me get the link for you, and I will chuck it into the chat for you. So CTF for beginners, dccybersec. I will type that in, and oh, look, here it is. The best CTFs for beginners. All right, give me a sec. I'll paste it in the chat so you can get that one. Edgar Sandoval, $20. Get out of here, dude. That's insane. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, next question is from Yaya Asif, who says, can you please tell me in short how to prepare myself for Oscp? I'm a newbie, but I have an average knowledge of Kali Linux. It's good that you have an average knowledge of Kali Linux. What I would be doing next is having a look at the different rooms on TryHackMe on their beginner pen tester pathway, or whatever it's called now. I think they just recently changed the name of it and some of the content. So definitely check that out. If you also want to learn how to pen test, please do check out the Safer Internet Project. It's a great resource out there that's designed exactly for people who want to learn how to be a pen tester, as well as many other jobs in cybersecurity. So if that interests you, head on over to saferinternetproject.com. Next question is from Sahil Basia. His question is, I can't perform good in bug bounty or found those hard bugs. Does that mean I can't become a red teamer? Absolutely not. The thing with pen testing is that often you don't find vulnerabilities. Like sometimes systems are actually well set up and configured. So don't feel bad if you can't find what you're looking for, because sometimes it just doesn't happen. And also real world pen testing is very different from web application pen test, just doing web app pen testing. So keep that in mind as well, because I mean, it does make a difference, obviously. Next question, sorry, I just choked on some spit, is from Timothy Manito, and I'll fix that up so it actually fits on the screen. The question is, there we go. Vendor focused as well, since it is Cisco, it will teach Cisco commands. Oh, that wasn't a question. That was just about the CCNA thingy. All right. Next question is going to be from Low Budget Memes. And this person's question is, do you think a master's in cybersecurity would be worth it? In Sydney, Australia, some courses are discounted because of COVID-19. That's good. Yeah, they're really trying to get international students in at the moment. So they're discounting courses heavily across the board at the moment. Do I think a master's degree is good? Yes and no at the same time. A master's degree won't help you get a job any more than a bachelor's degree. What places are really looking for, especially in Australia, is actually experience. So if experience is something you're wanting to gather, there are very few resources out there where you can gain experience. Internships are one, the Safe Internet Project is another. Doing bug bounties will obviously help out as well, but it doesn't give you any tangible experience. It just gives you actual skill experience. So there's a few different avenues that you can look into there, but I guess that's like very general advice. The next question is from Jerry Azagba, and the question is, how much networking do I need to be an ethical hacker / pen tester? Is Network Plus good enough for CCNA? I would literally just do the CCNA just because it looks better on a resume. Literally that. I think the content is also better, but I think that's more of a personal opinion thing more than anything else. Next question is from Yaya Asif again, and the question is, can you please tell me in short how to prepare myself for OSCP? I've already answered your question. All right, going through some of these questions. All right, we got one from Death Voice here. Cool name, dude. I like your name. That's sick. The question is, what blanks are you using for the merch mate? AS color or something else? Yep, they're all AS color. I think I can get the label. This one might actually not be AS color. This might be the Gildan one. No, it is AS color. But it's their like off branch called Just Hoods. So if that it makes any difference, but all the shirts I know for sure are AS color because they're the only ones that the material doesn't feel scratchy and horrible. And I've changed a few of them from basic tees to like a more oversized one because I prefer oversized shirts myself. So, yeah. Next question is also from Death Voice, and the question is, where did you get the Gengar? I bought it on Taobao, I think, which is like a Chinese Amazon. It's similar to like Alibaba. You can probably get it on Alibaba as well. But yeah. Next one. So, okay, yeah, I'll put this one in here because this guy did give me $20 because that's insane. Thank you very much, Edgar Sandoval. You are an absolute boss, and I will love you forever. Rymac has another question here. I'm going to chuck that up. Is cloud security going to be, or is the next trending job title? There's two trending job titles. The first one is AppSec engineer, focusing on DevOps. So I know that's like kind of like 2 or 3 different jobs in one, but that's a massive one that's growing at the moment. Cloud security engineer is also, I mean, it started going big about mid last year, and it's sort of, boom, it's gone crazy since then. I think it's mostly because of the, I think it's mostly because of like the push to cloud from so many different people. I think that's probably the main reason that a lot of people have sort of gotten into cloud security, and why a lot of companies are asking for it now. But yeah. Next question is from Jerry again. When is a good time to get into cloud or get cloud certs? I mean, everyone says now, but are there any prerequisites? I would go into it with a little bit of knowledge. So if, for example, you're going for an AWS security or like AWS cloud security certification, I can't remember what the name is anymore. But yeah, just run up some instances on AWS and get an understanding of how AWS works, because it will help you when you go to learn the course content of that certification. And that pretty much applies for basically every certification out there. So yeah, the next question is from Low Budget Memes again, and it's a big question. What if you are unlucky with getting lucky? Wait, what if you are unlucky with getting lucky internships straight out of uni? What would the career roadmap usually look like for security/network, and what would be some good entry-level jobs to start? Before I answer your question, I'm going to have some water because I'm running out of gas. So give me 2 seconds here. Oh man. All right. This is a banging question. I love it. I love this question. If you want to get into security/network security, I would go first with, like, if you're not going to get an internship, you just don't really feel like it, or it's just not something that interests you that much, go for a couple of certifications. The first one is the Ccna. Start with routing and switching. Then when you do the the next version up, you go for the security focused one. Now, the reason for that is because the Ccna will help you to get a job as a network engineer, and it is a very, very easy jump from network engineer to network security engineer. They're almost the same job these days. Because a lot of networks now focus heavily on security, it's such a major piece. So they are almost the same thing now. Like it's so close to being the same. So that would be my way to get into it, and that's actually exactly how I got into security. I started off as a network. Well, way back I was. Yeah, anyway, it's a long story, but I went from doing network engineering to network security to then cybersecurity. So it was like the easiest jump ever. I hardly had to do any work to do it. Just a couple of certifications, which the company paid for, which was great. Next question is from Edgar Sandoval, and he says, how big is the cybersecurity field at Australia? In Australia, it's growing. It's growing pretty quickly at the moment. Major growth areas are Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne, and Perth. Adelaide is catching up slowly. The Northern Territory is lost in the past, I think. mainly because their population is much smaller than the other states. Yeah, it's a growing industry. I mean, there's a lot of money in it, and the government is throwing a lot of money out there to get their, I guess, organizations within the government secure. So it's still a big topic, and it's still growing quite nicely. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty good. These questions are popping. I love it. I love to see this. This is great. This is exactly what I love in these live streams is you guys asking questions. Now, next question is from, it's not a question, but it's from Timothy. He says, Cisco certs got me relocated here in Australia, so it's really great. There you go. Cisco all the way. Next question is, I've already answered that one. It's just asked again. This one's from Twitch. A Twitch question. Welcome. Love to see some Twitches in here. The question is from Amit Duendi 9070. Says, how much AI will affect bug bounty and pen testing? Job perspective. Second, AWS and Google ask for credit card. Yeah, you just put your credit card in. And I mean, if you're not old enough to put that in, then maybe ask your parents, but definitely don't go over the bandwidth levels because it gets expensive very, very quickly. So yeah. How much AI will affect bug bounty and pen testing? At the moment, not much at all, to be completely honest. I've covered that topic at least like 10 times over the history of my channel, so yeah. All right, next question is from 4Deep. Sick name, dude, I love it. I got Sec Plus, Net Plus, and A Plus. Fantastic. Still struggling with securing work. Is there anything specific you would recommend for young Aussies trying to get in? Yes, experience, first of all, is absolute key in Australia. Being in Australia, you do have an advantage if you were to join the Safer Internet Project, because I do talk to recruiters about the members in there fairly regularly. I haven't talked with them in the last couple of weeks because they've all been at the beach on holiday, but I've got a meeting hooked up with a guy called Brian Hay, who runs a cybersecurity awareness company. That's going to be next week, and I'm going to get this power round thing off my screen because it's annoying me. Oh, I can't. That's annoying because that's where the questions come from. I'll just put that back. There we go. So, yeah, and he's looking for staff to help him do cybersecurity awareness training, I believe, as well as a few recruiters who I'm going to be catching up with for beers over the next few weeks. So that'll be fun. My dog's just running around. So yeah, if you want to join that might be a potential in for you to gain experience and get a job. Next question is from Amar Mustafa. I don't know how to say AMR as a name, but anyway, what is after Oscp cert for pen tester? That's really up to you what direction you want to take. There's no real right answer for you there, so I can't say, to be honest. Next question is from Low Budget Memes again. This guy's hammering the good questions tonight. I love it. I got some really bad marks for some subjects in my Bachelor of IT. Am I screwed? Absolutely not. What they look for is that you passed your degree, and that's it. Like, literally, that's all they're really looking for. So, yeah. Timothy M says, by the way, they've retired the Ccna security. Yeah, I can't remember what it's called. It's the Cisco security certification. It used to be the Ccna security. I can't remember for the life of me what the name is because I've been away from this for 2 weeks and I've forgotten everything. It's killing me. Next question is from Jerry again. And the question is, with the proper certs and home lab / project, do you think I can get a job as a security analyst with no prior work experience? Yes, you can. It is difficult though, depending on which country you are in. If you are in Australia, there is a chance, but I would say it's still going to be kind of tricky. So yeah, there is that. Gerald Auger, Simply Cyber says, hey DC, great stream, be well. Thanks, Gerald. Thanks for popping in. Great to see you here, dude. Collab sometime? Next question is from Rymac at He's asking, is Australia allowing work visa for postgraduate students? Yes, they have opened it up again because Australia is struggling with talent at the moment because basically there's no one here. We have a request. We have a request from Captain Crunch V1. He says, show the dog. The dog is gone. My cat is here. I'll see if I can get the dog. Hold up. Hey, Bella. She's old. Takes a minute. There she is. Hey, Bella. What's going on? You good? She's good. She says hello, Captain Crunch V1. The next question is from SaneSec Plus. And the question is, what do you recommend for beginners in ICS Sec? Should I start my job in Enterprise IT Sec or keep hunting OT related jobs? I'd go for Enterprise, dude. Enterprise has way more opportunities. Did someone just send me money? Gerald sent me $5. Legend. Thanks, dude. I'll come back to that in a second. I want to answer this question. There's a lot of jobs in Enterprise, and it's a really good area to get into because you get exposure to much larger systems, which is, I think, that's pretty cool. I mean, you get to look and get your hands on some pretty cool stuff. Enterprise also has generally more money to throw around, which, I mean, that gives you more opportunity to play with some more fun stuff. The next question is from Adhovan P, and the question is, hey DC, currently I work as a manual software tester. I'm looking for switching in security. Can I switch over to this experience? If yes, where should I have started? And do I have to be strong in any programming? You're looking for a switch into cybersecurity, but you want to... Wait, let me dissect your question here so I can actually understand it. You're a software tester. You want to switch into cybersecurity. How do you switch into cybersecurity? Okay, I got it. I'm with you. I'm good. So, there's three pieces to it. One is home learning. So you need to teach yourself a few things. A great way to do this is home labs. I've got a series on YouTube on building your own home labs, which I'm going to be adding more to this year. There's going to be a lot of videos in that series because it's just going to blow up and be crazy. That's what that Raspberry Pi is for that I was showing you before. This bad boy. That is for the home lab. The next piece is experience. Now, there's different ways of gaining experience, like working your way up the corporate ladder or joining programs like the Safer Internet Project. But yeah, experience is another major piece. The last piece is qualifications. What you really need to focus on is what jobs in cybersecurity interest you, and then formulating a pathway to gaining those certifications. And don't get all of them because that will make you over certified. What you need to do is really focus on the ones that are going to get you to the job that you actually want. So yeah, that's basically how to do it. All right, now we got this question here from from Gerald Auger, Simply Cyber. He did tip $4.99, which I thank you very much for. I appreciate it, and I will love you forever. He says here, thanks for contributing to our community, DC. It is my absolute pleasure. This community has taken me out of some very dark times, so really I'm helping myself by helping you guys as much as I can. The question he has was, how do you stay up to date with cybersecurity news / events? Let me show you. All right, that's my screen of seeing what's going on. Now, if I go into my Discord server and I go to feeds, you guys can't see this, I just realized. Go to feeds, and then here, there's news feed. I've got a bunch of bots called the cybersecurity news pig, who just posts every news article, every single one, from different websites. Sometimes it duplicates, like this whole NHS thing. But this is where I got all of my news articles that I read tonight from. So it has that. There's also a CVE feed that shows any new CVEs as they get released by the that Twitter feed. So yeah, that's how I stay up to date with all of my my news. The next question is from let me see. All right, we got another question down the bottom here from Low Budget Memes. Smashing through these questions today. I love it, dude. Thank you so much for asking these brilliant questions. Low Budget Meme says, is there any equivalent for NSA for Australia or something similar along those lines from Sydney, Australia? Yep, there's a thing called ASIO, which is the Australian Security Investigation or Intelligence Organization or something like. I can't even remember. I used to bloody work there. So here we go. Australian Security Intelligence Organization. That's the basically the Australian NSA. This guy's done a bunch of. His name is Mike Burgess. He's done a bunch of talks, and he's a really cool guy to get to know. He posts on Twitter fairly frequently, which is good. And yeah, that's it. That's ASIA. It's a security organization in Australia. Next question. Let's have a look. Joining Discord. Oh, hell yeah. For anyone else, by the way, who wants to join my Discord server, there is a thing in the chat, which is in the description, sorry, I should say. My brain is stopping working because it's almost midnight here. Discord.gg/dccybersec. I'm going to chuck it up here. Discord. Oh, man. Let me see if I can make this work. Discord.gg/dccybersec. Delete that. Update overlay. Boom! That is my Discord server. If anyone wants to join, discord.gg/dccybersec. It is constant feeds of cybersecurity stuff. There's questions in there. The community comes together. They all ask questions. They all help each other answer questions. It's not a help desk. If you can Google it, please do. Because if there's one thing that annoys me is people asking me how to fix their computers. Google it. Please Google it. But questions as to like how to gain experience or how to... The questions that you're asking me tonight, these sort of questions are the ones that I like seeing in the Discord questions chat. So yeah, please do join up the server. It's a great place to be. Captain Crunch super chatted me €2.50. That's going to buy me at least a beer. So thank you very much, Captain Crunch. My dog loves you. She's somewhere here. I think she's on the other side. There she is. Bella, what do you think about Captain Crunch V1? She looked at me intensely, which means she loves you. Next question is from Tom DH. And the question is, what is more reputable, the GCIH or GPen? I would say GCIH. But that is a personal opinion, I think. I don't know how true that feels with everyone else, but that's my opinion, and I guess you're asking me, so that's what you get. The next question is from Uncle London. I like your name, dude. That's a sick name. Hi, mate. I'm currently studying for my Security Plus, writing down every bit of info I think is relevant. Good. Keep notes. What sort of practical studies do you think would be beneficial while I work on written work? Please do check out my lab series. I'll get it and I'll put it in the chat. So DC CyberSec Attack Defense Lab. I'm just gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google it. And I'm gonna find it. Give me a sec. I'm gonna put it in the chat. All right. There's a whole playlist on this. I'll just throw it in the chat for you. There you go. check out check out that link that I've just sent. So basically, being able to prove that you understand both the defensive and offensive sides of cybersecurity is pretty important and quite cool to be able to show. So yeah, I mean, that's what that lab is built for. It's built to help you guys understand, but also prove it on your resumes to help you get those jobs. Literally replicate what I've done, build your own attack defense lab, and I guarantee if you show that off in your interviews, the interviewer will start frothing. They will love it. They'll be all over you. They won't be able to keep their hands away from you. So yeah, that's what I would be looking for. There's actually no more questions in the chat, which is kind of crazy. I can't believe we've wound down the chat. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna leave this here because we're almost up to midnight here. I have to get up early to take my car to the mechanic. But thank you everyone for joining this live stream. I hope you've enjoyed yourselves here, and I hope to see you all again next week at the exact same time. I'm going to be doing these every single week, and I'm going to be looking at those people who wrote in their goals before so that I can bring it up in the next live stream and keep you accountable. I'm gonna be doing this, so you better join the next live stream because I'm gonna be name dropping every single one of you. Okay, so anyway, thank you, and I'll see you all very soon. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a very happy new year in 2022, and I wish you all of the successes in the world. Thanks guys, and I'll see you later.